trip back to London, there's always a few places I visit, and one is the Borough Market just off of London Bridge, next to London Bridge train station. My wife particularly loves this market. Some great food offerings. Just down the street from the Borough Market is a very iconic pub, the George, and it's been a family favorite for decades. Located just a few steps from where I was born and grew up, and it's been somewhere that I've always prided myself on taking visitors to London too. And as you can see, it's an incredibly beautiful location. Over the past several visits, though, I've noticed a real decline in the quality of service. It takes hours and absolutely hours to be served at the bar, and they tend to only keep one bar open inside, although on the last visit there was a bar in the public courtyard. And to be fair, it does get extremely busy there, especially when there's a football game happening at Millwall. But it's a real destination for tourists and locals, although you don't see too many locals there anymore. Even members of the royal family have visited. On this last visit, though, I just, with my wife and her parents, their first visit in London, we decided to make reservations. We had to make reservations for the traditional Sunday dinner. Sadly, I don't have a lot of photos or videos from this last trip, being as disappointing as it was. We made reservations. When we arrived, the staff didn't seem to know why we were there. They had to search for the reservation. The restaurant itself, the dining room, there's a few dining rooms there. The one we were taken to was absolutely just dreadful. Every table was cluttered. Nobody seemed to be clearing. The staff were walking through. We had to go and order at the bar for our dinner. So despite having reservations, there was no service at the table. We had to order ourselves. The bartender made a mistake and entered the wrong meal for my wife. When the food was brought, we did send hers back saying it's wrong. She doesn't eat meat, so of course, bringing her a big plate of roast beef just really wasn't going to fly. So I asked if they would also take my plate and keep it warm while hers was being prepared. I didn't want her to, be the only one eating when hers finally arrived. They said it would take like another 20 minutes. The server seemed quite upset having to do this. But you know what? There's been such a decline. It's a real iconic location, and I hate to suggest to people to not visit. But there are some other locations not too far away that are offering phenomenal food. The food at the George was okay. Worth the £20? I'm not so sure. There are some other great locations. I'll be previewing those, but in the meantime, George, you got to do better.